Hey, good afternoon. Welcome to Optimal 180. Just want to give you a bit of a snapshot. What I do in an average day, exercise-wise, and what I do over the course of a week. So today is my sort of full-on day. So after breakfast, I will have 30 minutes to get my blood sugars spot on. Once they're about sort of 7.5 millimoles, something like that, then I'll head out and I'll do maybe 3.5 miles, and then I'll go back home, and then I'll do 120, 140 reps on a simple barbell, do like circuits. So I'll do press-ups on the barbell, bent over row on the barbell, bicep curls, tricep extension, shoulder press, and I'll do that circuit maybe 3 or 4 times depending on how I'm feeling. That's like one of my active days, and then after my evening meal, say 5-6 o'clock, something like that, I'll go and have another 10-minute stroll around the woods just to sort of get my blood sugars in order. The rest of the week I might come into the woods, I might run 500 meters, then I'll stop at a bench and I'll do 20 press-ups, then I'll go another 500 meters to the next bench, and that's where I've got a stash of logs, different weights hidden, and then I'll do bicep curls, shoulder press, and then some more press ups, and then I'll run off again, and I'll do that circuit like 4 times maybe. And that's sometimes it's about 3 miles in running, and then at least 120 reps of with the log. So that's what I do on a normal day. Today is a bit different because I'm doing the run without stopping, apart from this. And then when I get back, I do the weights. Breakfast this morning, I had 3 eggs, avocado, and because I was going to have a run, I had half a slice of Jason sourdough, and that gives me a little bit of an extra carbo lift for that. That takes me through a 3-4 mile run. If I'm not running, then I wouldn't have the sourdough. I would just go out on the eggs, maybe some bacon, maybe some avocado. So I try to mix it up a little bit, but I need energy that keeps me going for a run, purely because I inject insulin. And when you inject insulin, you then have to, unfortunately, eat carbs to stop you going low, especially on a run. You know, if you get 3 miles away from home and you're having a bit of a moment with your blood sugars. But because I'm quite disciplined and quite spot on with my insulin regime and what I eat, I very rarely get into trouble. Right, I'm going to carry on. I'm going to finish off this run. You won't see me until we get back to the gym, and then I'll just show you maybe a minute and a half of me just training, and then just bear in mind that I do that circuit sort of 3 or 4 times. It takes me about 20 minutes. So I'm going to pack you all away, and then I'll see you back home. All right, thanks. See you. Okay, you'll be relieved to see that I've put a shirt on. I didn't really plan this video. I just thought, do you know what, I'm gonna have to do something about my fitness. And it's not to prove anything to anybody, but I actually do walk the walk as well as talk the talk. So when I turned my life around 180 degrees, I'd already come from a reasonably fit sort of background. I spent some time in the military. I spent a lot of time working overseas. I still maintain some fitness, but then when I got the type 1 diabetes, that was a whole new ball game, and I had to rethink the way I did things. And it didn't take me long to get a grip of that either. One incident I did have is I ruptured my Achilles, which meant I couldn't run, I couldn't drive, I couldn't work, I couldn't do anything. I was sofa surfing for 6 months. But in those 6 months I thought, how on earth am I going to keep my blood sugars stable by being on the sofa? So it didn't take me long. I started sort of training my upper body with weights, and then I started sort of researching on YouTube, funny enough. You know, Dr. Ken Berry, Dr. Richard Bernstein, and they sort of provided me the information that I didn't find anywhere else. Dr. Bernstein especially, he's quite a famous doctor in the diabetes sort of community. He's unfortunately passed in the last year, I think, and he was one of the world's oldest living diabetics. So he got type 1 diabetes when he was a teenager and managed to get into his 90s. And it was his sort of protocols and what food to eat, when to eat, how to eat, what insulin to use, when to use it. And that 6 months on the sofa, I learnt so much. And then as soon as I was able, I then put some of those processes into place. And it didn't take me long at all to stabilise my blood sugars and then start being physical and being able to train, not when my sugars dictated it, but when I wanted to train and when I wanted to do it. Last year I was reasonably successful. I completed 3 sort of ultra marathons, one near Lake Como, which was fantastic, one in Somerset in the UK, which was like a 30 miler. I've done that one twice. It is a bit of a challenge doing it as a type 1 diabetic, because you just got to be on top of your game, you've got to be on top of your insulin, you've got to be fueling correctly. But like I say to other diabetics that I come across, type 1 diabetics, is that it isn't a barrier, it's just a consideration. You just have to consider more than the average person. So it doesn't have to stop you doing anything. You just have to think clearly about what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. So I'll just give you a snapshot of what I did on a very active day. So I like to do 3 miles run. I don't like to film most of that because I like to get on with the run. And then when I get back home, I then use a simple barbell and I'll do a circuit, and I'll do that circuit like 4 times. So I only filmed, I think, 1 circuit there, but I do that like 4 times. It takes me maybe 20 minutes, maybe a 2-minute rest in between each circuit. So that's like an active day for me. Then I do a little bit of work, and then I have my tea maybe sort of 4 or 5 o'clock. And then depending on how my sugar's doing and how I'm feeling, I'll then go out for a 10-minute walk after that, just to sort of help me get in the right frame of mind for the evening and for going to sleep. So this has just been like a bit of a snapshot. I haven't really planned this, so it's probably come across as a bit sort of rough and ready, but it's the real me doing the real things that I do to stay as healthy as what I am. The people out there that don't know where to start, well, just like and subscribe, and my future videos I'm going to be explaining a bit more in a bit more detail on how you can start from ground zero to being a better person. I've called my company sort of Optimal 180, is because I believe everybody should try and be an optimal version of themselves, and if they're not, they can turn that around 180 degrees until they're heading in the direction of optimal. Thanks for listening. Catch you in the next one. Right, I told you this video was going to be a bit rough and ready. I'm a health and nutrition coach. I'm not a medical doctor. So if I spoke about type 1 diabetes, or if you're suffering any other conditions that requires medication, then please consult your medical professionals before you do any changes to your current regime. So thanks again for listening today. It's probably been a bit disjointed and maybe a bit rough and ready, but you've got it warts and all today. So thanks very much. I will catch you in the next one. See you.